Today, let's talk about syllogism. Okay, forget the spelling. The harder it is to pronounce, the easier it is to understand visually. Most students don't get syllogism wrong because it is hard. They get it wrong because they start guessing the relations directly. Okay, now seriously. In this video, we'll make syllogism simple by understanding it visually. First, we'll see what syllogism actually means. Then we'll cover all major statement types. After that, we'll learn a step-by-step solving method. Then we'll look at question types, common traps, and a quick cheat sheet recap. By the end, syllogism should feel less like memorization and more like pattern recognition. At its core, syllogism is just relationship testing. You are given a few statements. Each statement tells you how one group connects with another group. Then you are given a conclusion. Your job is not to use common knowledge. Your job is to check whether the conclusion definitely follows from the given relationships. Let's start with the most common statement type. All A are B. This means every single A is inside the group B. So if A means roses and B means flowers, then all roses are flowers. But be careful. This does not mean all flowers are roses or all bees are A. The relationship works in one direction only, specifically for this case. Now, let's look at the opposite kind of relationship. No A or B. This means group A and group B do not overlap at all. If A means cats, B means dogs, then no cats are dogs. So anything inside A cannot be inside B and anything inside B cannot be inside A. The rule is simple, zero overlap. Now comes the word that creates the most confusion, some. Some A or B means at least one part of A overlaps with B. For example, some students are athletes. This does not mean all students are athletes. And it does not mean most students are athletes. It only confirms one thing, some overlap exists. Now, let's flip the idea slightly. Some A are not B means at least one part of A stays outside of B. For example, some students are not athletes. This does not mean no students are athletes, and it does not mean most students are not athletes. It only confirms one thing, some part of A is outside B. Now comes special type of conclusion, possibility. A possibility conclusion does not ask, is this definitely true? It asks, can this happen without breaking the statements? For example, if some A are B, then it is possible that all A are B, but it is not guaranteed. So remember, possible means allowed, not confirmed. Then we have either or conclusions. Sometimes two conclusions are not individually definite, but the logic says one of them must be true. That is when either or appears. Think of it like two doors. You may not know which door is correct, but the answer must be behind one of them. So in syllogism, either or means not this one for sure, not that one for sure, but one of them must follow. Some syllogism statements become tricky because of wording. Words like only a few, and only some are not extra decorations. They change what the statement actually allows. For example, only A or B is not the same as all A or B. And only a few usually means some are and some are not. So whenever you see these words, slow down, the wording is the trap. Now that we know the statement types, let's turn them into a solving method. Use this 5-step flow. First, read only the given statements. Second, convert each statement into a visual relationship. Third, draw the safest possible diagram. Fourth, test each conclusion against the diagram. And fifth, decide whether it is definite, possible, or not guaranteed. So basically, read, convert, draw, test, and decide. Now comes the most important drawing rule. Do not draw what feels possible. Draw only what the statement forces. If the statement says some A or B, just show some overlap. Don't assume all A or B, don't assume most A or B. The safest diagram is the one with minimum extra assumptions. Once your diagram is ready, don't jump to the answer. Test each conclusion one by one. Ask a simple question. Does this conclusion definitely follow from the statements? If yes, mark it valid. If no, check whether it is only a possibility. And if the diagram does not force it, do not select it. Test one conclusion at a time. When you test a conclusion, put it into one of three buckets. First, definite. This means it must be true from the statements. Second, possible. This means it can be true without breaking the statements. Third, not guaranteed. This means the statement do not force it. So don't ask does it look true. Ask must be true, can be true, or not forced. Let's solve one basic question using the method. Statement 1. Some roses are flowers. Statement 2. All flowers are plants. Now, first draw roses partially overlapping with flowers. Then place flowers fully inside plants. Now, test conclusion 1. Some roses are plants. Because the rose flower overlap sits inside plants, this definitely follows. Conclusion 2 says all plants are flowers. But plants can be bigger than flowers. So conclusion 2 is not guaranteed. Now let's solve a trap question. Statement 1. Some roses are flowers. Statement 2. All roses are plants. First, draw roses overlapping with flowers, then place all roses inside plants. Now conclusion 1 says some flowers are plants. The overlap between roses and flowers is inside plants, so this is valid. Conclusion 2 says all flowers are roses, but flowers can extend outside roses as well. So this is not guaranteed. The trap is reversing the relationship. Before we wrap up, remember the biggest syllogism traps. Trap 1. Reversing the relationship. Trap 2. Assuming some means most. Trap 3. Treating possible as definite. Trap 4. Using real world knowledge instead of given statement. And trap 5. Drawing more than the question actually says. Most syllogism mistakes are assumptions mistakes. Here are the best practices to solve syllogism question faster and safer. First, read the exact word. One word can change the whole logic. Ignore real world knowledge, use only the given statement. Draw the minimum diagram. Test each conclusion separately, and finally, slow down whenever you see possibility, either or only a few. Good syllogism solving is disciplined reading. That's it. Here is the quick cheat sheet. All A or B means A is fully inside B. No A or B means there is no overlap. Some A or B means some overlap exists. Some A or not B means some part of A stays outside of B. Possible means allowed, not confirmed. And either or means one of the two conclusions must follow. That's syllogism. Not a guessing game, not a memory trick. Just relationships tested carefully. Now take this method and try a few questions yourself. Practice smarter on PrepNa.